Hi guys, it's Magic from Finding Magnificence in You, and this is going to be your March 2020 monthly read, and this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, wherever you have strong Cancer placements in your chart. All right. Cancer. Hi, thank you for liking the chat. Hey Dom. Hey Serena. Ooh, you're pre-shuffle already. 8 of Wands. What's this? Hold on, y'all. Because your girl, hey Debbie, your girl's showing skin today. All right. So, 8 of Wands. Ooh, the devil. Can't we get a break? Don't. Somebody coming back to play? Yo, let's see. I see some sort of avoidance here. Okay, so you're pre-shuffle, 8 of Wands in reverse, the devil, and the 7 of Swords, Cancer. Okay, hey Eve. So this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, and all strong placements, Cancer placements in your birth chart, and this is general. I have to remember to say that because people will be tripping in the comments. This is a general reading that may not apply to everybody, okay? So take the parts that resonate and leave the rest behind. I could be picking up your person's energy, okay? So the energies can be reversed here. Now, looking at these 3 cards here, you're having trouble moving on. We had this energy with Gemini. Some of you guys could be Gemini, Cancer, cusp people. There's a struggle with moving forward or moving on. You're detached. I'm sure you're detached. You're struggling to detach, okay? And because you're avoiding something, or you're, or this is someone else. Some of you guys are dealing with a Capricorn. There's a Capricorn that recently came back, but this Capricorn here may be up to no good. Be mindful of that, okay? One more. Okay, I also see here if there is a person that you're struggling to move away from, you're not wanting to see the truth of a situation, or this person is struggling, they're not wanting to see the truth. This 7 of Swords person on this card is looking at the 3 of Wands in reverse. This person, there we go. So the truth is you actually want to reconcile, but you've been afraid, or this person wants to reconcile. Wow. So, okay, Cancers. Hey. Oh, thank you. I don't do questions in general readings, okay? You got heartbroken. You felt rejected by someone. You're still a little bit bitter. You're still holding on to resentment, but there's still a strong attachment to this person here, okay? You have been unable to completely move on. You're still attached, but you've been avoiding the truth. You've been spying, you've been looking, keeping an eye on your person. Your person is doing this to you. You secretly want to reconcile. Your person secretly wants to reconcile with you, but no one's talking. What is going on? No one's saying anything. Clarify this Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So there is some sort of waiting game. That's a pre-shuffle. Let's get a spread. I'm going to do a 9-card spread for you guys, okay? Hold on. Let me bring this down. It's super bright. All right. Who, me? Thank you. Clear the energies and give me a clear, accurate reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, for the highest and holiest good, and the highest and holiest good of everybody involved. All right, so first card, 5 of Cups in reverse, past energies. Ooh, God damn, Cancer. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, damn. So in the past, like I said, you got your little feelings hurt. Yeah, so you went through a very difficult emotional experience with someone, or after some sort of breakup. There was a struggle to let go, because I see there's a lot of rumination on the past. Could be a little bit of looking back, rehashing. Okay, so in the present energy, we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, we moved on. We have the Six of Swords, or at least you're attempting to move on in the heart of the matter. And we have the Five of Wands in the near future, future energies. That's way too much. Need three more. Okay, Queen of Wands in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. And let me get the outcome for Cancer for March. The King of Pentacles in reverse. This is the same card that came out in the Cancer bonus, in the same position, the King of Pentacles and the Cancer bonus. So if you haven't seen that, please go watch that video. That was a very deep, in-depth reading for Cancers. Oh, you're welcome, Evelyn. So there is somebody hanging on to a situation here. Okay, a connection. If you have been hurt or a connection had ended, I feel like your person, the other person, has moved on, but you are struggling. You're struggling with moving on, or processing the breakup or rejection or whatever this is. This is for some of you guys, not all of you guys. Okay, because this is the past energy horizontally. See this? This is what you guys are working with. Okay. So there's a lot of cups. These are three cups cards, and this is all about being overwhelmed emotionally. This is very heavy energy. Heartbreak. Okay. Heartbreak. Lots of crying. Lots of purging. Something traumatic happened to some of you guys. Okay. Let me get a clarifier on this Five of Cups here. This is a energy that's being purged out of you from, if we're going way back, I'm talking about from past lives. Okay. There's a lot of bitterness and resentment here. This woman, the Queen of Swords, has been through a lot. She knows pain. She knows suffering. She knows mourning. But what happens is, with this energy, when it's transmuted into its higher frequency, its highest vibration, there's strength and resilience, right? She gains knowledge, wisdom. Intellectually, she processes emotions differently. However, it's reversed. So there is still, a lack of maturation when it comes to the transmutation of pain and trauma, heartbreak, right? Us Cancers, or anybody with strong Cancer placements, no pain. And even if you're not a Cancer, you're dealing with someone with Cancer placements. If you are drawn to this video, especially if you're also air or Cancer, Gemini cusp or Gemini Cancer cusp, you know pain. You know what suffering is. And it's funny because somebody mentioned 7. I have a strong 6 years. The last 6 years for someone. Up to 6 years have been very, very difficult, because you're being taught very important lessons here. And this is to help you let go and detach from something heavy, a burden, baggage, right? Very difficult energy, very difficult. Some of you guys up to 8. years. This is cyclical. And this is, you know, with this queen, this lets me know that there is an energy here, yeah, that you got to let go of. Because a lot of you guys may be feeling lack of emotional nourishment, either because you haven't been in relationships for a long time, or you're in a relationship that doesn't nourish you, or you're with someone that doesn't give emotionally to you. Somebody that I'm channeling is being deprived of emotional nourishment, and you've been nurturing yourself by submerging yourself in pain. Because what happens is you hold on to the memories and the nostalgia, but then that induces the pain, right? The memories, because you think about the past and you think about the person, right? But then you also, what comes with that is the hardship that you had to experience, and that sadness lingers. What's the Six of Cups in reverse? Judgment, yeah. And there we go. And then the purification. This is a very powerful transformation, a purification process. You're being forced to reflect. You're being forced to look at the experiences and see how they have shaped you as a person. It's death. This is like the death process, dying off. It's your diet. The old you or the experiences are dying off because they're being purified. It feels more intense now because this it's like you're reaching some sort of catharsis. Well, you're going through a catharsis, but there's a catalyzation of this energy where it's like a volcano, right? And it's like, you know how volcanoes, they're like they're active, but they haven't erupted, right? There's a lot of active volcanoes that have not yet erupted, but they're active. And the lava is boiling under the surface. Something is boiling under the surface so that it can be purged, right? It can emerge. And sometimes that energy right before the explosion is the most difficult. But once that explosion happens, there's a relief. And that's what you guys are going through. If we can imagine, if we can liken this to a volcano, right? This is that pressure pushing out that energy, that heaviness, the sadness, the pain, and whatever, right? That has been holding you back, has been keeping you down energetically. That's being pushed out. It's being purged from you. And this in reverse is the same energy, but think of it as not being as slow. Think of it as something that happens, even though from our human perspective, it seems slow. It's not. It's more intense, but it's helping to purge it out quicker. If we keep hiding from relationships, if we keep isolating ourselves, and we essentially bathe in these, because we're watery, right? Think of yourself as drowning in the watery depths of your emotions. We find comfort there sometimes. I don't know, if you're a true Cancer, but we sulk, don't we? We sulk, and Spirit is speeding something up to kind of push you out of that, right? You're welcome, baby. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, thank you, Deanna. Thank you. It's like it's intensifying so that it can be pushed out faster. Instead of it slowly coming out, it's intensifying. It's coming out though, and this purging is needed. And because whatever you are holding on to, you can't. You got to make space for something new. Cancer. Got to make space. Eight of Cups in the recent past. You had to walk away from something. You had to cut somebody off. Someone cut you off. However, the catharsis, right? Something had to be eliminated. Bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. Boom. Something had to be eliminated. It could be a somewhat strong Leo, Aries, Virgo, Gemini. Something had to be eliminated. let me not use the word eliminate. Something had to be removed in order for this process to speed up. And it had to be something intense. It had to be something shocking or a catalytic type of energy would be something that is going to guarantee the change. Because think about it, Cancers, if you've been hurt a couple of times, if you've been around, you've been, what's that saying? This ain't my first rodeo. If this wasn't your first rodeo, right? Let's just say you've been through a few bad breakups. There's a complacency that kind of happens, right? You kind of get complacent a little bit. There's a lackluster that comes with that because then you get disinterested, and then sometimes we hold back, and then we finally find someone we like, and we slowly open up. We're in our little shell, we come out from time to time, and then something happens, and then we go back in our shell to hide, because we got hurt or whatever. But something had to crack your shell open and expose you, Cancer. And I'm sorry. I was humiliated. I was hurt. That it was so shocking. It was like a wake-up call for me. And I don't know what was your catalyst. Some of you guys may have lost a job. Some of you guys may have lost your homes. Some of you guys may have lost a family member, a significant person to you. Something very jarring. It left you feeling displaced. It left you feeling completely untethered. It's like if you can imagine yourself floating on in space, just kind of like lost, just floating, living life on autopilot. But Spirit is here to say that that's not your story anymore. Because this is the heart of the matter. And this Six of Swords is a transitory energy. There's a transitioning that's taking place, but there's a little bit of resistance. There's been a little bit of resistance. Because there's fear. And this is a mental type of energy because mentally you're not prepared mentally. You weren't, right? Some of you guys are still not prepared mentally. So if this involves you completely disengaging from your past and eliminating the experiences, you're not mentally prepared because there's still a comfort that's found in the past, right? Leave me alone. Charlika. So I was like, girl, you can't issue. Girl, don't be putting me out there. Oh my God. That shit just threw me off. Charlika, yes, I keep being ghetto. I'm not used to wearing weaves, you guys. I don't know if you watched my old videos. I'm not used to wearing weaves. Okay, anyway. Okay, let me get back into character. I'm gonna stop itching my weave. Yeah, but you're not mentally prepared. But you think you're not, I should say, but you are. You are. Because Spirit is like, listen, Cancer, if you don't come out of that damn, what we gonna call this? Everybody says this is a self-imposed prison, but it's different for Cancer because our self-imposed prison is our safe haven. Our shell, our home, being homebodies, not going out, not mingling with people, not wanting to be bothered with humans sometimes, that's our safe haven. So what other people call a self-imposed imprisonment, sometimes it's our comfort zone. But Spirit is trying to break you out of that comfort zone, however that translates for you, right? And sometimes that is, I'm not going to step into the fire Why did I say that? Because we don't take risks sometimes. Again, sometimes we're overly cautious. Sometimes we become so stagnant that essentially life passes us by because we're in self-preservation mode, right? We don't want to get hurt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know the storyline. Y'all done heard it from every single reader. And if you anything like me, that shit gets boring. I'm not gonna say boring, but that shit gets irritating because we get the rap of y'all cancers like to clean, and y'all cancers. It's not really that we like to clean. It's not that. It's the fact that it's not easy to break. And it's not easy for cancers to let people in. But when we do let you in, it's because you're special. It's because we're special. We're special. And if we let you in, we think you're special too. So when we get disappointed, it's like, damn. Right? But spirit is forcing you to take off your blindfold, or spirit is forcing you to move out of your little emotional stance or your little crossroad where you're just sitting there and you got your arms crossed over your heart, and spirit is saying, no, Cancer, it's time to break out of that. It's time for you to decide or to move. It was reversed, by the way. You can't just sit there. You can't block everybody out. You can't close off your heart. 8 + 2 is 10. That has to end. Your near future 5 of Wands in reverse, which is good. Challenging times are over for you guys. Yeah, draining your energy. Yeah. So essentially, there's a transmutation taking place of this energy. Taking the negative experiences, or this is what's being learned here. I know this is reversed here, but I'm going to explain why. Because, in our extreme nature, there is a imbalance, right, in the emotions, because we're watery, and we become very unstable emotionally. Okay, because we're comfortable in our water, and sometimes we allow ourselves to drown there and stay in that instability. And spirit is saying it's time for you to come out of that energy, stabilize yourself, Cancers, ground yourself. And they're using pentacles here because they don't want you to be too much in the emotions. They want you to learn how to balance. And what happens is when we get unstable emotionally, it affects everything. How we perform, how we work, how we function, how we eat, how we think. Everything is being affected, right? It affects everything, and because it creates imbalance everywhere, because there's no moderation when it comes to the emotions. Do you understand? So it's time for you to get grounded here. So moving into your autonomy, or understanding that there's a healthy way to be autonomous versus pulling away, rejecting, isolating out of fear. There's a healthy way to express your individuality. There's a stable way, the earth sign way, detaching from the emotions, right? Sorry, earth signs, I love y'all, but sometimes y'all be cold sometimes. Y'all be, like he said, I'm not gonna say y'all robots, because one of my good friends is a Virgo. But like she said, she knows how to turn those emotions off. And some of us have mastered that. Some of us, some of the OG cancers that had a few go rounds, had a few long cycles. We've been able to master turning them off, but in a healthy way, okay? Because a lot of us have detached, and it's not healthy. Despondency, apathy, depression is not healthy. Is it? No. The problem is you get so comfortable in that emotion because you rule the emotions, you don't know how to disengage from it. You become, it's like it's your nature. So you don't know how not to be that way, right? But you're learning though. Nine of Pentacles is what challenge is being overcome is whatever causes you to be unstable, you're overcoming that. Meaning that it doesn't bother you anymore. It doesn't affect you the same way anymore. And you become grounded because essentially what you learn is if it makes you uncomfortable, if it hurts you, if he or she disrespects you, humiliates you, or whatever causes discomfort, you learn to pull away from it. Because what you're essentially learning is worth your value, and you're expressing it in a practical way. And you're transmuting the energy by applying it practically. So here she's cultivating her garden, she's gardening, right? She's fulfilled doing this. So Cancerians, you're being admonished to find something, my bad, to find something to nourish you, okay? Because we self-soothe, right? We heal ourselves, we self-soothe. And part of the process of self-soothing is to process the emotions. But like I said, sometimes during the processing and the transmuting, you kind of get stuck because sometimes it gets addictive. So what you're learning now is how to transmute and to take the energy and instead of hoarding it, you're pouring it into something else that's bringing you fulfillment. And that could be in your work sector, career, something practical. It could be gardening. It could be something you're doing with your hands. It's something that's bringing in pentacles, fulfillment, because this is a fulfillment card. This is you not looking outside of yourself for fulfillment. This is you finding ways to find fulfillment outside of that catalyst, which is a relationship, because this is a love reading. Some of you guys was dealing with an Aries. Some of you guys was dealing with a Scorpio, a Libra, a Gemini. And your future potential here, this is Queen of Wands. So now the Queen of Wands in reverse, like I said, was, ooh. Okay. So, okay, I missed one. Okay. So essentially what's happening is you're recognizing a cycle, and you're recognizing that the cycle doesn't serve you anymore. Okay. And you recognize a pattern. Some of you guys, if you're dealing with a Scorpio male or a Cancer male, you're in a third party situation. Or your person's in a third party situation. Or have put you in a third party situation is what I meant to say. And you're realizing that this cycle doesn't serve you. So what these two tens essentially, catharsis. There's a long-term experience that has been a burden, that has been hard work. You've been carrying the weight of the relationship. You have struggled through it. Catharsis. You have found your stability, Cancer. And you're preserving it. You're preserving your peace. Anyone or anything that comes to disturb your peace, you are cutting it out. Period.com. You're not going back to this. You're not going back to this. Now, this could be good, but because we're clarifying this card, this is bringing down the vibration. This is depression. This is sadness. This is apathy, despondency, disinterest, a lack of emotional fulfillment, boredom. You don't want this. And if this is being presented to you, you're not going to accept it. Catharsis. The root. Oh, and I want to acknowledge this too. With this Four of Cups, this is about you kind of now putting yourself out there or being open to other options, other people. Now, some of you guys are fixed on one person. There are a few clingy ones out there. I'm going to acknowledge you guys too. This feels like a person that you're dealing with. Okay. What's this, Emperor? Because the root is this person's being super cautious, super slow with his offer. He's in reverse. So he's not yet sure. He feels disempowered because he's afraid, or he's being very cautious. But I will tell you that if he is in another relationship, he's not happy. And if you're the person feeling disempowered, male or female, I see you wanting to plant the seed somewhere else. I really feel a masculine energy, male or female. You're wanting to plant the seed somewhere else. Or there's another offer that's coming in and you're being very cautious. Sure, us Cancers and our trust issues. The Spirit is saying there's no more room for avoidance. There's no more room for sidestepping. Spirit is wanting you to face your fear. And this fear could be ending or beginning, however it applies to you. Damn, I know I felt the masculine. Yeah, this masculine's afraid. If you are in a third party or you're waiting on somebody, they're afraid. They're definitely not happy, but what they're afraid of is they're afraid of ending this situation, moving into a situation with you. And then they end up being abandoned by you. So they're afraid. And they have abandonment issues. This could be you as well. I mean, you guys are definitely mirroring each other. There's an action that needs to be taken and someone hasn't taken it yet. What's the action? Oh, they haven't taken it because they're still trying to look at it from different perspectives. So if you're waiting, they want to be totally clear. Now, if the action is to leave it in the past, you want to be totally clear. You haven't done that just yet. You're still processing the pain, the hurt, the trauma. You're still transmuting it, so you haven't taken the action to move forward. You're still marinating in those waters. That's okay. Everybody's on a different timeline, and nobody's rushing your healing process, right? Okay, but in your indecision, Cancerian, you are gaining a perspective. And the perspective, and the reason I'm saying in your indecision, because like I said, you don't want to make a hasty decision. Because you're realizing that in the past, those hasty, impulsive decisions, because of the emotional instability, didn't work out in your favor. So you're gaining a perspective, and you're realizing that you are in control. You're not disempowered. You hold your cup. Your cup is secured. And you have the power to give this cup, right? 9 plus 1 is 10. You're holding on to your cup tightly. And you're preserving your peace and happiness tightly. And you're not going to give it away freely to people anymore. Okay? You're realizing this is priceless. You're realizing that it's a commodity. You're realizing that this cup right here, is something else. This is something special. So in the meantime, in your indecision, right? Because some of you guys are not ready to actually to move forward completely or to cut something out completely, but you're still here in a space where you're good. Because again, what I said, in the near future, you're learning how to find fulfillment outside of, this relationship or an experience or a long-term pattern. You're learning to fulfill your own needs, to fill up your own cup. You're learning to love yourself and replenish your reservoirs, your emotional reservoir. You're not extending yourself or depleting yourself of anything. Either way, you're taking advantage of this time. If you're waiting on someone to decide, you're taking advantage of that time, and you're figuring yourself out, and you're figuring out what you want, what makes you happy, and you're preserving that happiness. Now, as far as your person or the outcome, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Let me put some of these back so I can clarify it. Clarify this King of Pentacles in reverse for Cancer. Ooh, did he just get a new perspective? This is a lie. This is my Liar and Center card. So somebody is getting a new perspective. They're being honest with themselves. They're communicating honestly, or they're cutting something out. Clarify that Ace of Swords. So new beginning. Someone decided. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles here. What is the decision? Show me the money. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay. We got the Moon card. Something's being revealed. What's being revealed? Or something's being released. Ooh. We got the Tower. And we got the Six of Wands. Wow. For people dealing with someone in another relationship, they are no longer resisting change. They're no longer resisting an ending or a complete destruction of some energies or some sort of long-term experience, a relationship, a pattern, a behavior. And they're leaving it behind. Moving forward, and they're communicating this to you, or they will. Okay. Some of them still have to gain some confidence, or they're overcoming fear. Okay, and they're okay. This is good. They're overcoming fear, and here they are standing in their power. They're coming in with an apology and some change, right? Transformative energy to change this situation with you around. And for others of you guys, if this is your energy, this is you releasing, no longer releasing, no longer holding on to situations, relationships, or people that don't serve your highest good. This is about your values, your morals, your beliefs. Standing true. Okay. Somebody, damn. Goddamn, somebody's getting a commitment. Somebody coming in with a commitment. Okay. Somebody saying, okay, we finna take this to the next level. Right? Cancer male, you're definitely transforming from King of Pentacles energy in reverse into the King of Cups. Some of you guys are definitely getting a commitment. Yeah, but it takes this person detaching. And others of you guys, like I said, you're moving away from someone that wasn't giving you commitment, and you're moving towards someone that is. Okay, because you're detaching from this heartbreak, because essentially that was what was being pushed out. Remember that volcano metaphor? You're detaching from that heartbreak, and you're moving towards, because this is what was here, Six of Wands, and then the Hierophant. So he's facing the Hierophant, and after the Hierophant was the Ten of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Cups. You're moving towards this energy, or this person's coming back, changed as this energy, stable. Okay. Boom. Yeah, we're going to have some healing coming in. And I definitely feel like once healing has taken place, whether it be on your end or your person's end, there is going to be a very beautiful outcome for you. Some of you guys are getting new people. Sorry, not sorry. Some of you guys are going to have to forgive somebody because they're coming back. And they're going to say, I love you, Cancer. All right. So someone's coming back changed. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. They're coming back. Damn. I got Scorpio. This is definitely a Cancer male. Could be any sign. Okay. I don't want to stick, make this one particular sign. It could be any water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it's someone that has transformed or transmuted, because that whole beginning part of the video is not just you, Cancer. It could be your person going through this process as well. All those negative energies got to be pushed out. And this person the old self is dying off. Yeah, illumination, healing is taking place. It's an inner healing that had to take place. It's an isolated healing. And there was ghosting, and there was a lack of communication for a while, but that was needed. This was an individual journey. We saw it here with the Nine of Pentacles, and we also saw it with the Nine of Cups. So let's get you some advice. I hope that was helpful. Ooh, look at all these comments. Hi, you guys. I hope that was helpful. Spirit of the universe, connect me to the collective of Cancer for their highest and holiest good. Team Cancer. This is coming from a Cancer Sun, Cancer Mercury, Cancer Venus, Cancer Venus, 4th, 5th house, Cancer North Node. Okay, I'm a true Cancer. Give me a beautiful advice card for Cancer. Please and thank you, Spirit. And thank you. Ooh, I don't like this. I'm going to take it, okay, because that's what Spirit wanted to show. One more. Oh, shit. Ooh. Okay, so financial constraint came out. And this just represents instability, okay, because it's a 4. And sometimes this comes out when there is, financial lack, right? This is looking at safe. There's nothing in there but a couple of pennies. But what this is, when I see this card, it's for me, it's like the 4 of Pentacles energy. And for me, when I see this is about emptying out what doesn't serve you, or to empty it out so that Spirit could put something in there. Because right now it's empty, and something needs to be put in here, something of value. But this could indicate how I was saying how when you become unstable, it affects every aspect of your life. So if you were experiencing financial constraints, or any type of constraint or lack, it's because the way you feel is manifest. It's being materialized in the physical, and it's being shown to you in your outside environment, as within, so without. So if you feel lack, if you feel empty, if you feel depleted, it's showing up. So there's a lack. There's some sort of something's being lost. There's some sort of loss being experienced, and it could have shown itself in the financial sector or in your finances. Something was lost. With the World card in reverse, this is about broadening your horizons. This is about breaking outside of your box. Okay, expanding your awareness, right? Because some of you guys have painted yourself into some sort of box or some sort of emotional angst, and this is about breaking free from that paradigm of being so small, being so confined, breaking free out of that, outside of this world of pain and trauma. Change your narrative, change your story. Because the more you fixate on a narrative or a way of thinking or a thought or a belief, that is what you will experience. So if you're focused on lack, or if you feel that there's a lack of love, or you're rejected, or I'm always being left or cheated on, that's what you will experience. So this is about changing your perspective, okay? Breaking free from patterns that don't serve you so that you can have I want to read something from the book about this card, actually, because this is very important. This is 29, and I'm going to close there. Oh, 46 minutes. Oh, my God. Well, you guys are Cancer, so you guys are special. See, it says expansion and opening up, right? Okay, opening up. And remember when I was saying that sometimes I look at this as you need to open up so that God or the universe can fill you up with something better, or you're needing to let something go because it was depleting you of your worth and your value, because this is essentially, there's only like a few cents in here. Well, this is about opening up, but it's in the reverse. So I'm going to read a little bit of that. It says, receiving the world reverse means that you've been severely limiting your views of things. You're thinking too narrowly, either in your options for action or in what you feel you deserve. Oh my God, what you feel you deserve. Cancer or cross watcher. You may be feeling boxed in by old ways of doing things, not quite sure of how to expand. This card, Mercury retrograde, this card calls for you to think creatively outside of the box you find yourself in now. In addition, you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, and self-doubt. But you still have the option to let all of that go. And this card is telling you not to wait 1 minute longer to do so. It's time to break out. See the unlimited horizons around you and know that the world is waiting for you to take center stage. Answer. Outcome. Victory. 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 All right, you will have a victory. Change your narrative. You're not brokenhearted. You're not a reject. You're lovable. You're worthy. You deserve. And you're going to win this time, because I know some of you guys out there feel like Cancers never win. You're going to win. Your ships are coming in. All right? But somebody got to end a relationship for this wish to come true. But that's happening. It's happening. They're going to make the decision. If they're going to do it. It may take some time, but they're going to do it. All right? And there's going to be a complete do-over here. Cancer, that has been your reading. I hope that helped. This victory, you know what? We put a clarifier on this victory card, y'all. I'm spoiling y'all. Hold on. We put a quick clarifier on that victory and I'm done. Remember these two cards. All right? Very important. Not only is this saying that you're going to need to forgive someone, but this is you needing to forgive yourself. And this is you to make sure that you're practicing self-love. It's very important because that's going to magnetize love to you. When you love yourself as within, so without, you magnetize love to yourself. All right? As within, so without. Okay, we're clarifying victory real quick. Clarify victory for Cancer. And don't be giving me no whole ass card now. Hermit, Four Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. And this is also a wish fulfillment card. There you go. In this isolation where you're doing the soul searching, you're reaching some sort of spiritual awakening, graduation. You're healing, you're resting, you're recuperating, and you're coming out strong, stable, secure, abundant. And I feel like that victory is whatever, anything that was taken away, love, money, anything you've lost, you're going to get it all back, baby. All right. I love you guys so much. What are you guys saying? Oh, that's good. Get out of here, Disney dude. Trust and believe me. Okay. Oh, you're moving on. That's good. But that's what I'm saying. Some of you guys are going to move on. Not everybody's going to reconcile. As I stated, there's a new person. As I stated, some of you guys are eliminating catharsis, anything that's trying to disturb your peace or happiness, okay? And for some of you guys, it's going to be the same person coming back in, whether you want it or not. I'm just saying. All right. But okay, you guys, thank y'all. And I will talk to you guys soon. I love y'all. Bye-bye.